As you can see, while updating my instructions, I have found it much easier to use a straight edge on your workbench rather than building the workboard that's outlined in our original instructions. We need to take our match sets and decide which side is going to be the top of the bottom, and obviously the bottom of the top only has laces on one side. And I'll mark where these X's will be removed. So, and keeping them lined up with the splice lines, I want to remove these two X's here. And then in the center of the bottom chord, I'm going to remove a space and a half on both halves. Then take this will become the second half. I'll take this one and carefully rotate it around here. I'm going to take the same ones off of this piece. And then its sister piece that goes on the far end, and take that one off, making sure I'm lined up on my splice lines. Got to space these. It's easy to make a mistake here, so pay attention to what you're doing. Then I take my match pairs of my angled face girders, which have rivets on one side, line them up on my diagram as well. For the top girders, set these aside. It says remove laces as required. I would go ahead and remove these two on the inside of this one that has an angle on both ends and the solid rivets. So the angle that goes to the 25 degree, the smaller angle that goes toward the top, has these two. Then I'll take my girder that matches it, that's match pair, line it up to my diagram also in the splice line, and remove the X. It asks to remove two X's. So I'll remove this X and this X on this one. And then my little short one that we cut that had 13 laces, it gets the 3 in the center, it matches, ends up matching the one in the center that goes on the bottom. It gets the 3 in the center, so I count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this 6th one gets removed, the center one gets removed, and the next one I've removed those. And I'll just take my gate cutting tools and cut the X's out, like so. Now these spaces are for our upright CC girders to fit into, so we need to have room to adjust those when we're putting our truss together. So I'm going to take a file after I remove these X's like this, and for all the spaces where I remove my X's, I'm going to take a file and smooth it out. The next step is making our CC girders fit inside of the AB and the BB girders. In order to do this, we need to file off the flanges that overhang just enough so that it's a slip fit. And finally, before we leave you at this stage, on the far end of our bridge, we want to smooth off. It's your choice here. You could smooth these X's off. These two, actually, after working with the instructions, you may want to go ahead and move 2.5 off of the top with your file, or cut them completely away. And then on the bottom, since the bridge shoe is going to be glued here, you remove 2 here on the bottom, on all 4 of these members that go toward the ends on the bottom of your bridge. And that'll do it for prepping these. The next step is splicing them together.